Okay, good evening, everyone. It's good to have you on here. I'm going to mute you all because we are recording this, and at the end or at different times we will ask some questions, and at that point in time you can feel free to unmute yourself. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey on getting here, and maybe some of you can kind of feel that this way. When I started business years ago, I kind of thought that business was kind of go up, 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 and instead of being a straight line, we know it's a jagged line. Okay, and sometimes business is really fun and you're really excited, and other times it's like, oh, you know, I hate this business. And so you go through those different times. And in this kind of a business where you have a people business, you can really have those highs and their lows, and they can happen within hours sometimes of things. And so I'm going to share my screen here now, and I'm going to begin to talk to you about what we're doing here. Just let me see here. I'm going to talk to you, and I'm going to share my screen. So just a minute here. Okay, can you see that? Okay, it's how to build your business when you feel stuck. And in honor of all of our friends from up around Buffalo tonight, we have this great little graphic here on how you feel stuck. And so we feel stuck in a number of different ways. We've all felt stuck. We've all been there. It doesn't matter what level you are in the company, what level you are or what rank you are. We have all had when we feel like, man, I'm just spinning my wheels. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that on how to build your business when you feel stuck. Now, how do you get stuck? Well, there's a couple different things, and I'm going to go over a few of those in the beginning. Hopefully they'll add value. Maybe at another time we'll talk more about them. But sometimes it's because improper planning or even false expectations. For instance, if the fella or that introduced this to you says, hey, you're going to be making $10,000 in just 3 months. You'll be making $10,000 a month. If that was your expectation, yeah, maybe you feel like you got stuck. Okay, sometimes it's improper planning, and our planning needs to be daily, have daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and we should have yearly goals. Okay, and it needs to be intelligent. We need to use the comp plan. We need to use how do we rank advance, and that's why whenever there's a special promotion, what we do is we sit down and say, okay, how can I help my team rank advance? And we reach down, we let everyone know, listen, we're willing to help you do a strategy on how you can rank advance. And if you want to, a little bit more on that, on planning, you can see the Sunday night I did a call on the activators, and you'll be able to see a little bit more on planning. So that's one reason why people get stuck, is because they don't know how to plan. And they only do their business when it strikes them, when it happens to hit them, and rather than being very intentional. One of John Maxwell's laws is the laws of intentionality, which is a law of growth. You have to be intentional. And if you want that's good for personal growth. That's also good for every area of growth that we have. So, if you want to be good in sports, if you want to be a good basketball player or a good wrestler, what do? You intentionally practice day after day after day after day. And through that intentionality, through going through special trainings, by going to extra camps or sports camps, by being intentional and planning, you begin to grow and you rank advance. You get more success and that type of thing. So planning is very, very important. Okay, and so I went over this on Sunday night, but basically you take your total volume, and here's one reason why some people in their planning, they fail. They just say, well, okay, I'm going to talk to somebody every day, and they think they're doing well without looking at the numbers. Because basically in network marketing as a whole, if you call 100 people, you present to 100 people that you're doing a business and that they should take a look at it, about 9% are going to get involved. You say, well, I'm a lot better than that. Well, you might be, okay? But I'm telling, this is industry-wide, and so you want to begin to plan with a lower number on what you need. And so make your yearly, monthly, weekly goals according to the numbers and the comp plan. Tonight is not about planning. I'm just bringing that up. We need to get unstuck, however, and some people get stuck into disappointment, and they let their emotions cause them to not take action. Now, as you well know, is that if you are stuck, the best way to get stuck is to take action, okay? And when we get disappointment, if we run on emotion rather than on purpose, we get into trouble. I don't care what it is. If you don't feel like going to work one day and you stay home, what happens? Well, something happens. Maybe something doesn't get done at work, and then if you don't feel another day, pretty soon the boss comes up and says, I tell you what, you can go home. You never need to come back, okay? So we need to be careful that if things disappoint us, if we have a certain expectation and we get different results, then that we still do the things that are needed to be done. We take the action. Now, we can get disappointed in ourselves. We can get disappointed in others. I thought this person was really going to do this business. They signed up and they never did anything. Hey, I got a ton of people like that, and you have some too. And guess what? That's okay, okay? Because what we want to realize is that this is a business of sorting through people. First, we sort through people that are willing to watch a video. Then we sort through people that have watched a video who would like to do the business or who would like to be a customer. And we're constantly sorting through people, even once they sign up as a distributor, who really wants to do something with this business and who really kind of just wants to be kind of a glorified customer. They're going to get their products, they're going to tell one or two people, but they're not going to really learn the business. They're not going to really roll their sleeves up. They're not willing to change. They're not willing to grow. And that's okay. They can do that. Your business needs a lot of people like that, but you want to continually sort through people. In fact, forgive those people that you thought were really going to do a lot in the business and they just want to be a glorified customer. Just forgive them. You get over it, and you just keep looking for people that want it more than you, okay? So look at your activity as a gauge, and don't be looking and say, oh, how many did I enroll? What you want to look is how many presentations did I do? And so when you look at that and how many presentations that you did, that's where you can look to see how your business is doing. So some people get stuck by disappointment. So don't look at the results as a gauge. Look at your activity. Don't look at yourself. Don't look at others. You need to be fully convinced. And one of the things that a leader does, okay, one of my jobs as a leader is to give you belief in yourself. You can do this, in others, and in the industry, in the company, etc. That's part of our goal, in part of our job, and part of your job as a leader is to put belief into people's hearts that they can do it, belief in others, and belief in the network marketing industry itself as an amazing way to develop income. When I was in China is not open with our company in network marketing, and I'm explaining to someone, they go, wait a minute, you mean I can't sign up other people as distributors? I said, no, the government didn't give us that license. They go, wow, that's a lot of work then, isn't it? Okay. She knew the power of developing a team. She had a belief in the industry of network marketing, belief in the company, belief in the products, etc. So our belief level is very important. And if you get stuck, you need to really begin to take action and get some activity. So lack of belief. So one way we overcome that lack of belief if we're stuck is we get to events, we get to trainings. They're so important. Our Sunday night calls that we have are really important. Why? Is because it puts belief deeper and deeper and deeper in ourselves. I listen to a lot of Zooms, throughout the week, and I hear a lot of things that are I've heard before, but I always hear something new. I was listening to one today, and the guy said, "Oh, remember Love Canal in Buffalo? What was the problem? Is they kept putting chemicals, toxicity into the ground, and it never got out." They said, that's what happens in your gut so many times. That's why you need a probiotic. I thought, now that's good for up around Buffalo because they all know about the Love Canal. So you always hear something different, okay? And so we need to help our teams develop belief in themselves. They can do it, belief in others, and belief in the product, the company, etc. So get to trainings, get to events, whatever you can. It's really, really important for us. So the fourth thing, and again, we're just getting warmed up, and this is really important. No consistent DMO, daily method of operation. Now, this is probably one of the real critical issues, is we don't really develop the proper daily habits that are absolutely important for our success. Some people, they go headlong, with great gusto, and then they don't do anything for 5 days. Then they crank it up again and they go again, and then they take a week off. Then they crank it up and they call me up. I don't know why I'm not growing. I do this and this and this. Because you need the daily method of operation, okay? What do you do every day in your business? That's really important, to daily do something. So 3 things we know to do every day. Every day we what? We make new friends. Every day we invite other people to see the video that totally transformed our lives. And every day we follow up with people, okay? We help people take the next step. And different people are in different parts of their journey and follow up. So 3 things that we do every day. We make friends. We invite people to see the video. We follow up. And that's part of our business. Now, there's other things we do, such as personal development, et cetera, but these are really 3 core things that you need to do in your business every day. So many times we hear this. I ran out of prospects. I don't know who to talk to next. I went like a ball on fire. My list, I've gotten through my list. They all, this and that. They don't answer the phone anymore. And that's why you need some kind of online duplication, okay? So I'm going to talk to you about online duplication, helping your business get unstuck. You say, well, how long have you been doing this online? Well, I've been doing this online for more than a year with some intentionality, and over maybe about a year and a half now, because I've been doing this business for 2 years. It has brought a lot of success, a lot of volume into my business. And in fact, probably because of online, I am probably 2 rank advancements higher than without online duplication. Okay, and that's pretty huge when you consider almost every rank advancement is doubling. Okay, so how would you like to be 2 rank advancements higher than you are now? Okay, well, then I suggest that you take some notes and begin to plug in what we have tonight. Okay, so why online duplication? Number 1, it's easier, it's quicker, it's less expensive. So I can talk to people online. Today I've been talking the last couple of days with someone from Colorado. Guess what? Didn't have to travel there. Today I did a Facebook Live on my why. And I did not talk about the company. I didn't mention the company's name. I didn't mention any products. And I didn't mention any diagnosis, generic. And as a result, I had someone privately send me a message that says, Kurt, that's really interesting. I'm really interested in what you're talking about and in a possible business opportunity. Well, you know how quick that was? He doesn't live too far from me, but I would have to drive an hour to his house. I would have to sit down and I have to drive an hour back. And instead, I did that all in like 3 minutes. I said, yeah, I can show you. I said, do you have time to watch a video? Yes, I got time to watch a video. Okay, watch this and I'll get back with you. So it's simple, one line to duplicate. It's good to expand into other markets. How many would like to expand into Australia? How many would like to expand into the UK? How many would like to expand into Canada? How many would like to expand into Mexico? Well, it's really expensive for you to expand into China. It's really expensive for you to get a flight, fly there, look around, try to find some people and try to do something. But you can save a lot of time and a lot of money by beginning to develop some relationships online. Now, this is not a replacement for standard networking. It's not a replacement, but what it is, it can help you hit your daily goals. You see what I'm saying? And so we can talk a little bit about that more. It's not a replacement. In fact, a lot of things that we do, mouth to mouth, face to face, text to text, phone to phone, you can actually do online. So we're going to look at using Facebook to develop more contacts. We're going to talk about 3 things tonight. Recruiting on Facebook groups, okay? Bringing friends to your own group, and then engaging in your own group. Okay, 3 things. The first thing is, how do we recruit on Facebook groups? Now, Mark Zuckerberg recently in this year gave Facebook a new mission statement to bring the whole world closer together, to give people the power to build community, bring the world closer together. You know what Facebook wants to do? It wants to build community. It wants to develop relationships. And that's what Mark Zuckerberg says is the new mission statement, to bring us closer together. That means you can be closer to people in Canada and China and the UK, various places. The relationships are there just waiting for you. Now, what Facebook groups are not? They're not a place for you to just sell and promote your products or your company. No, think of a Facebook group like a party. And getting added to that group is kind of like you get an invitation to the party, okay? It's not just a place for information about your business. Let me ask you a question. If Julie invited you to a party, and you came and you had a billboard on the front and the back, and let's say there's 100 people at the party, she's rented the local restaurant, and you walk in with a billboard, are people going to think that's a little bit odd? And are they going to think it's a little bit weird? Well, yeah. Facebook group is not a place just for info about your business. It's about conversations. It's about community. Now, this is exactly what we do in face-to-face. Now, you develop relationships. So what do? You go into a party, and what do? You begin to talk to people. Oh, where are you from? How are you doing? Okay. Oh, well, what kind of work do you do? This and that. And you begin to develop a relationship, and they ask you and say, well, yeah, I do this and that. And then instead of announcing to the whole group, hey, I'm doing a business, you have a private conversation with the person. Say, yeah, I'm really excited about this business, and it's got some great benefits because it enables me to be home so that I can take my kids to school and I can pick them up after school. It gives me that time flexibility, which is really important for me. So let's get started in online marketing. So what do? Okay, number 1, you're going to connect with new friends. You say, well, how am I going to do that? Well, let me ask you this, and I'm going to go out of this so that we can all see our faces here. Okay, I'm going to stop that share. All right. And let's get here so that we can look around a little bit. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Okay, in fact, I want you to get a pencil and a paper, and I want you to write some things down. Okay, if you want to turn your camera on, go ahead and turn your camera on. We'll be happy to see your face. Okay, and here's what I want you to write down. I want you to write down 5 things besides LifeVantage, besides the products that you're really interested in or you have a passion for. Write down 5 things. Okay, 5 things. 5 things that you're really interested in, or 5 things that you're passionate about, 5 things that are on your mind, 5 things that maybe you could help with, something like that. 5 things, okay? Okay, identify some passions not directly related to your product, okay? Somebody, for instance, they could write down shoes. I love shoes. Okay, well, guess what? You can find a Facebook group with people that love shoes. And because you love shoes, you've learned a lot about shoes, and you can write down parenting. You could write down flowers, or fashion, maybe a sports team. You could write down the Buffalo Bills, okay? Guess what? There's Facebook groups about the Buffalo Bills. You could write down wrestling, or cooking, or fast cars, or racehorses. You can think of things that make you happy, things that kind of define you. Maybe you like boating. Maybe you like hiking. Maybe you like cycling, photographer, collecting something. Maybe you collect Hummels or dishes, or maybe you collect the toys inside McDonald's Happy Meals. I don't know. But write down 5 things, okay? Health, fitness, and things. So who's got 5 things down that you want to read off to us? Just unmute yourself, okay, and just give us your 5 things.
Fishing.
Go ahead. Somebody else go first.
Okay, fishing, health, my faith, Bible study, and decluttering.
Okay, all right, very good. Okay. Anybody else?
Dave Knauss here. Bible study, harps, parenting, teaching, organs, stained glass, music.
Okay, very good. Okay. Somebody else. I mean, I would have never put stained glass down, but that's great. Okay.
Homeschooling, my faith, gardening, elder care, fitness, health, music, choir directing.
Okay. Good one. Good one. Anybody else?
I have a lot of the same things. I have entrepreneurs, retired, fitness, health, organic, parenting, plants.
Okay.
Plants. Oh, yeah, cool. I love that.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. You're getting the idea.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Yeah,
Hey.
go ahead.
Oh, you want me to go, Kurt, or no?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, it's Michael Ardo. Leadership, network marketing, Bible, marriage and parenting, Buffalo sports, tennis, natural products, writing, Darren Hardy, John Maxwell, entrepreneur, fitness, and health and wellness.
Okay. All right.
Kurt, can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay, this is Vicki. Mine are herbs and animals, helping people, gardening, knitting, walking. So that's enough.
Okay. All right. Okay. One more person. Yep.
I've got sprouting, furniture repair, health, faith, and teaching.
Okay. You guys are really interesting. Okay? And you got a bunch to share. Now, if I joined a stained glass group, I would be really boring. But if you invite David Knaus to a stained glass party, he's going to be the life of the party. Okay, so now, here's what I want you to do. Okay, if you're on your computer, I want you to, don't be on full screen. I want you to size this down, okay? And in another window, I want you to open Facebook, okay? So can you do that?
Absolutely.
Okay, so in the other
Okay.
window, open your Facebook.
Yeah,
Okay.
for those who don't know, just hit the escape key.
If you're on your phone, you can keep this on your phone and do that on your computer. So like David, why don't you type in stained? Yeah, up in there's a search bar right next to the little blue F. So type in there stained glass. Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, here's a category that really gets me. Stained glass addicts.
Now, there you go. Okay. So what you want to do, okay, go click on that and see what comes up. Okay. So you're going to come up and you're going to see that what? There's 7,300 members. Okay.
You got it.
Now, join that. Okay. You want to join that. Okay. And everybody else, go ahead, type in what your interest is, and then go ahead and join that group. Now, there are different kinds of groups, okay, that some are public groups, which means anybody can get into them. Most of these probably aren't public groups, okay? Like if you click on Stained Glass Addicts, it says, hey, do you do stained glass? And it tells you to give some questions, and then they will probably qualify you to join, okay? So, all right. So, now, everybody else, I want you to type in at least one of your things. You're going to find different things like stained glass. It's got 7,300 stained glass addicts, stained glass artists and addicts. It's got 5,900, and you can just begin to, there's all sorts of things, but David, right there is 13,000 people that are waiting to be your friends. Okay? So whatever you are, whatever you do, how about, Karna, what was one of yours? Choir directing?
There are biohacking club.
Okay. Now, what I encourage you to do is probably not be joining groups that are in line with our product. Okay. Here's why. Because all the protons are already there. Okay. But you know what? They don't know anything about stained glass. Okay. And that type of thing. So, okay. All right. So that's how is everybody having success in joining a group?
Well, I'm already a member. I'm a member of a wrestling.
Yes.
group.
Okay. All right. All right. So what you want to do after tonight is I want you to join at least 3 to 5 groups, maybe in different realms and in different areas. Okay. Okay. So, that's good. We're going to get started, and what you're going to do now is you're going to start posting about your passion. Stained glass, wrestling, whatever it is. You're going to start posting about it. For instance, and you're going to grab articles and what you want to do this is you want to begin to let people know that you are an expert in this field. Now, stained glass, there's only 10 posts a day. You know what that means? That if you post every day for the next 3 weeks, they're going to say, that David Canals, he knows what he's talking about. And maybe you really don't know anything, but you go on other sites and you find a nice article on stained glass. You read it and say, that's really good information. Maybe you say it in your own words and you post it. Or maybe it's just an article, say, I saw this, this is amazing, and you put it on. You begin to put things on there and people begin to say, oh, David, he's got some good stuff. Oh, David's got some good stuff. David got some good stuff. And they're going to begin to respond and say, David, that was good. Okay? And so you're going to begin to develop. Remember, network marketing is all about relationship. We haven't gone on and said, hey, I'm in the stained glass. I love stained glass, but biohack your life. They're going to maybe we should just block this guy, all right? Because if you went to a party, you wouldn't do that. Or you wouldn't get invited to the party again, would you? Okay, we'd throw you out, okay? So, but you begin to build rapport. You begin to grab some articles. Let's say parenting is one of your passions. Hey, you see an article on dealing with terrible twos. Hey, I saw this. I remember when my kids were 2. This is really helpful. Boom. People, hey, thank you. And they begin to respond. You begin to friend them. You begin to add them. And you begin to develop your sphere of influence hugely. A lot more than if you say, man, I'm a parent, but I'm stuck here at home with these kids. How can I build these business? I got, a 2-year-old grabbing on here. I got this, but you can do this in 10 minutes at a time, etc. So one of the groups, and maybe I'll share this screen back to share the screen here. But this is one of my groups that I joined, and it is racetrack owners, trainers, jockeys, and horses. Yeah, I just kind of got interested in this because I sat next to a guy that owned racehorses. And so here's one of my posts. Here's my post. You can read it here. What are your best natural health plans for reducing stress on your best horses? I have some Amish who love their horses that are doing some natural things successfully and wondered what racehorses owners are doing also. And you know what? They began to comment on that. And when they began to comment, you know what I'd say? Hey, thanks so much. Like your response, and I add them as a friend. What am I doing? I'm beginning to build friendships in different spheres of interest that I have. So remember this, 1, 2, 3. The order is friends, build rapport, and then a business conversation. So when someone likes have you ever done a post on Facebook and someone clicks like? How does that make you feel? You feel pretty good, don't you?
Good.
Hey, well, that guy's pretty smart. He liked my post. That guy's got something going for you. You kind of like that person. And if they comment on it, you really like them, right? And if they share that, it's like, we are almost best friends now, right? Because they took what I did and they shared that. So you do it to other people and they begin to open up to you. So with people, what can you do? You like people, you offer advice, you offer assistance. For instance, I met online a lady she's trying to decide what kind of business. She's doing like 6 network marketing businesses, which means she's not doing anything at all. And so I'm talking with her about different things, and I connected her for her friend with a friend of mine in a shipping business. I said, hey, I got someone, let's see if we can connect them. Okay. So at the appropriate time, we will talk more about our business. Okay. Now, our goal is to educate the people, to help them understand what it is we have. And we have a better chance of doing that if we build rapport first. Create curiosity. Don't spam. Create curiosity. I think it was yesterday, last evening, a fella on one of the groups I'm on, he was talking about business. I said, hey, what kind of business do you have? it turns out he has a trash business. I said, that's usually like really a great cash flow business. Is that true? He said, yeah. He said, I'm expanding in that. And we just had a little talk. He said, so what do you do? I said, well, I do a couple of things, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And create curiosity, okay? Build some rapport. And so how do we do that? Well, this was on one of the groups. Is that the question was posted, do you start your business as a mission to help change the world as a financial opportunity for both? Okay. Well, there's a couple posts here. If you see Jason Bars says, I started because I didn't want to be homeless with a 3-week-old son after the company I was working for went out of business. I said, wow, that's a strong why. Well, he responded, it was a pretty crazy time. So when somebody responds to you that you don't really know, you always want to make sure you click on them and do some research. Say, how do I do research? Well, you can look back at their posts that they've done over the past year. Here's what I found. The fellow went to a Mennonite seminary and graduated from there. So now I know about them. So I know a little bit how to talk to him and what commonalities we're going to have. Okay. So just that simple thing, writing, that's a strong why, begin to open up a relationship. So here's what we do. We find common ground, we research them, and we do CLAM. We comment, we like. See how that like is dark blue under Jason's name? We add them as a friend, and then we private message them. That's how we begin to develop that relationship with them. Okay. Then what I do, and is because I lose track, is I have a special notepad. Okay, these are my new friend, and this is a note about them. Okay, and there could be a better way, but find some way of tracking that. Okay, and CLAM, comment, like, add them as a friend, and then message them. Do not spam. Or constantly post on your wall, or others, or tag them that aren't asked to be tagged. For instance, today I said to someone, hey, glad to be your friend. You know, hey, I have another group that is called Life Activated Business, where a bunch of us that are really working on doing some business things share some really neat information. Would you like to be a part? Yeah, sure. So I add them, and I said, you want me to send, I'll send you the video that we're finding really interesting. Yeah, sure, that'd be great. So I just tag the video that's in that link. It's, guess what? ABC Prime Time. And they watch that. So here's some things that you can say you could post. Okay, these are just kind of some examples. So you get into a group and say, I love the fact that I get to work from home. I'm so blessed to find an entrepreneurial path, excuse my spelling there, with my crazy schedule. People will, okay, you do that. I'm so blessed to find an entrepreneurial path with my crazy schedule. People, I wonder what they're doing. Now, if you post in there, I'm a part of the best network marketing company, you got to join me. I'll change your life. They're like, oh, let's block that guy. I don't need that advertising. And if somebody says, hey, what did you do in that thread? Send them a private message. Okay, don't ruin it by doing it right in there. Send them a private message. Or here's another one. I love that I get to help others be entrepreneurs. Here's the latest. Meet John. He wasn't happy, and now he's creating a future. Now, this can be on your public post, okay? It could also be in a group, okay? Don't spam. People will come when they begin to see that you're doing something, that you are excited, that you're being fulfilled, that this is creating opportunities for you. How about this? I love that I can drive my kids to school and pick them up. And develop a powerful income. You know, love part-time, love work from home, love you know, what I do. So don't spam, don't put it out there, but go from there. So here's a spam alert, okay? This was a question. Did someone posted, did you start your business as a mission to help change the world or as a financial opportunity or both. And here come the spammers. Charles Brooks, both help small businesses grow and compete against large competitors, make money. Brooks Elite Contracting, web designer. He put his ad right there. Okay. How about this? This guy didn't even say anything, just affordable custom design t-shirts, mugs, totes, etc. Okay. So I'm an entrepreneur, I love, etc. But he is, don't do this. Okay. Develop a relationship, get a friend, develop rapport, and then share with your business. So how do you post things online? Number one, be interesting. Now, don't need to tell anybody on this to be interesting, because you are interesting. I love you, and nobody likes a boring person. Have fun. Be happier than most people online. Don't air all your dirty laundry out there. Some people on Facebook, all their emotional highs and lows because they throw it all out there, okay? Be optimistic, have more energy, more drive, more fun, love God, love people, be whom you want other people to be. And, people in a natural party, they don't want to hang out at a party with a boring person. So don't be that on a Facebook group. Find a way to be interesting, add value to people. And, you say, I don't know what to post. No, you can find good information. The internet is really big. Make it yours, say it your way, and see how many people will respond or share. And if people do, now this is the key. If you get a lot of people responding and comments on your posts, Facebook thinks, well, let's say Karen put something on, and then there's like 20, 30, a whole list of things down, and people are responding, posting this and that. Guess what? Facebook says, Karen is the life of the party. Let's send that out to more people. And so more and more and more. Just because you post something doesn't mean Facebook has to put it up there. If people begin to respond. So for everybody in this group, whenever you see somebody else of our team put something on Facebook, like it, and then just even a short one that says, good job. That makes Facebook's algorithms say, that guy's a fun guy. Let's send that out to him. This must be interesting. So to really try, people will love do you like when people like your stuff? So like it for them. You like when people comment, because what you're doing is you are actually building up their posts so that Facebook will send it to more people. So that's kind of how that they determine whether you're going to be fun. So you're going to connect with new friends. You're going to find out about them. You're going to invite them to a group that you are part of. Okay, now we looked at the first phase, connecting with new friends. Now invite them to a group that you're part of that you find really exciting, and based on what they said, they may like it too. Okay, so what are we talking about? Well, and these are just some things about how to invite people, how to respond to people, and say, hey, Joan, hey, you build some commonality. Say, hey, I saw that post that you said about horses, and yeah, I love that about horses too, or about stained glass, or about music, and compliment them. Create curiosity, but don't sell, and always ask them what they do. Okay, these are some really keys to inviting people to do what? To your business? No, to join another group where they can learn that information. Now, we have different Facebook groups, okay? We have the activators, okay? The activators is for distributors, distributors only, okay? So you cannot invite them to that group. We have the activator customers group, okay? And that's for customers. And people can go there, and you can invite them there to see the power of our products. Now, the key for any type of group is that it's got to have some life. You want to go to a party where hey, I hear there's a good party going on. They always throw a good party. They have the most fun at their party. People want to go to there. I started a group, and I've just been developing it. It's called Life Activated Business, okay? This is for people that are in LifeVantage to post about successes, about business ideas, about different things, And it's a way where Gary can say, hey, I'm doing a business. We're so excited, man. I tell you, hey, why don't you join our group? You know, you can see what I'm doing. It's Life Activated Business, okay? So he adds them to that. And let's say someone there was just posted maybe their why or this and that, and people can connect with things. And then Gary says, hey, and I'll tag you a video to show you what we're excited about. And he goes right onto that Life Activated Business, onto a video, because we have different videos on there, and tags it in the base, says, hey, Joan Smith, you know, this is for you. And she gets a message, she should watch that video. Okay. So that's a real simple way of beginning to get people to see what we have our hands on. Okay. So I would like you all to, and some of you are, because I invited a lot of you to be part of Life Activated Business. Now, I want you to know that in our company, the top leaders are already using Facebook groups to make money. Okay. They're doing it. And this is nothing new. We need to do what successful people are doing, okay? Now, there's 3 different types of Facebook groups. There's public ones. So sometimes if you go to join a group about, let's say, iPhones, it might be public. Well, you probably don't want to join a public group, and you want it to be a closed group. A closed group, people can find you, and they could ask to join, okay? I had someone today asked to join Life Activated Business. So I let them join. If they have to ask to join, then they're like, oh man, I hope I get accepted. I hope I get accepted. Like David Canals puts in, I want to join the stained glass addicts. Well, guess what? It's closed. And so he applies to join, and then he's like, I hope I join, and he begins to value that a little bit more. So remember to clam up, okay? Comment, hey, great post, love your fresh perspective, encourage, you know, give some value, like their post, add them a friend. And remember, when you add a new friend, if your comment was really good, the more likely they are to add you. Don't just add them. They may not accept it. Who's this guy adding me? But if you say, Ray, I love your perspective, you know, on that scripture verse. It reminded me of blah, 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 blah. Ray's going to be like, oh, that's kind of good insight, you know. Add. Now Ray's just added you, okay? Or I loved your comment on, and then message them privately. Hey, Ray, you know, you really quite a student. You know, I love the way you put your words together. Thought we should connect. Okay. So you're going to find out about them. You're going to invite them to a group such as Life Activated Business. Okay. That you're part of. You're going to let them know how excited we are. Based on what they've told you, they might like it too. And then tag them to see the video and then put in your own words, okay? Brought you hope for a better future, gave your life back, gave you a plan when nothing else had worked out. Put your own words in there and tag that video so that they see their video, okay? So remember, we want to always be making new friends. We want to always be what? Showing, inviting people to what we have. And we also want to, what? Be showing what we have showing the video. So this is a way to do that. So here's a couple examples that we have. This is Rachel Eden, okay? Here, she did a Facebook live video on a how-to for spiritual self-care. So while she's doing the video, I clicked on her name. And I found out that she's Jewish, okay, out in LA. So she did that, and I said, oh, so I hear it. Get quiet, get connected, get inspired, good stuff. So how did she respond? She responded, well, Kurt, yeah, you got it, thank you. So we began, now take over here on the other side of the screen. I saw, oh yeah, she's a preschool director at Hebrew Day School. I said, hey, she says, what is it you do? I said, well, I own a number of businesses. Nice. I'm fascinated this group trying to figure out common denominator outside of entrepreneurship. We have a little discussion, and finally she says, my husband's a rabbi, made a switch to corporate 4+ years ago while learning with people in the evenings. He's still figuring himself out professionally. He works by day at a campus's physics department doing financial analysis, but that's not what he wants to be doing. Ideally, he'd be doing what you're doing, running businesses while helping other people. Well, I said, you know what? Your husband and I ought to connect together sometime. I'd be happy to talk to him. You see what I did? I didn't have a billboard saying, I'm LifeVantage, come to my network marketing. I want to recruit you. I think you would be awesome. I began to reach out to her. So what? Now we're friends. And her husband and I will connect. Okay? We haven't yet, but we will. So that's an example of what we might do. Here's Kathy Mendes. Hey, nice to meet you in Simon Chan's group. How do you know or speak Chinese? Okay? So one little trick I have is anybody that looks Chinese or has a Chinese name, what do? I type them a little Chinese. So then William Sabler, he was asking, what kind of business? Health breakthrough nutrigenomics. I think the opportunity for Aussies is great. I have a group called Life Activated Business. I'll send an invite your way. And he said, yeah, great, thanks. I look forward to join. In fact, before I asked him, he had searched it out, and he asked to join my group. So he's now finding out about us, okay? Neela Ortego. I added you and tagged you to a 3-minute video that changed my thinking. Okay, thank you. You see that? So these are just some ways that I responded to people. And what you want to do is in our group, okay, Life Activated Business, we want to have team updates, company updates, somebody promotes, hey, congratulations. Maybe we'll do an interview of some people that do that, okay, that do a rank promotion and on what changed in your thinking, what changed in your mind, etc. Maybe some humor. And the rule of thumb is content should have an 80-20 ratio. Mostly it's value-added things, okay, and 20% is promotional. So LifeVantage stuff is in there, but people, it's not like a billboard out in front of them, okay? So that's a little bit of what we do. So we will be adding training videos for our team. We'll record some of the team trainings. This here, I will put on Life Activated Business, okay? We'll do some videos about business, about products. We can do all kinds of things that we can put on there. Basically, with a good Facebook group, you don't need a website. You take people to those videos. So, this is from John and Nadja Melton that are top leaders, and you all like going to an ATM machine, or maybe you do. And they use ATM. This is a little bit different than CLAM, but you add someone who's interested to your group, tag them to a piece of content that would be helpful to them. Okay, product video, overview, business overview video, or maybe just an article that was really good. And then message them to follow up what they like best. Then you can use Facebook chat, and you can just add a 3-way right into your Facebook chat, and you can use audio to do that. Or you can get their phone number and talk to them that way. But you begin to develop a relationship with them. You add them, you tag them, and then you message them. So, here's a script that you could use. Hey, I want to run a quick idea by you. I just joined a Facebook community focused on health, fitness, weight loss. I thought you might want to check it out. Okay. Hey, this is a really positive group that already has over so many people in it. I thought I want you, my friends might enjoy it too. I have a ton of energy. I'm down 10 pounds on these products. I'll share the testimony of a friend that's down 10 pounds or 15 pounds. I'm excited to start using some of the products. My friends, done this, and let me know if you'd like to check it out, and I'd add you. If not, no worries. Either way, love seeing you on here. Now, why is it important to say, if not, no worries? Because you give them a way out. So the problem some people have with network marketing is that people feel pressured. So you always give them a way out. Hey, let me know if you'd like to check it out. I'll add you. If not, no worries. Either way, and then you validate the importance of the relationship itself. Okay? Love seeing you on here. Okay. Your friend gets back to you. They say, well, what are the products or what's the community? Just say that, just say, hey, don't try to answer all their questions. Just say, hey, I'll add you and you can check it out. Here's video. I'll tag you in the video. Okay. So if you're interested in earning income by sharing your results, let me know. I can get you that information. If you like what you see, I can help you get stuff. Let me know. So there's a lot of things that you can do, just different scripts and stuff. Hey, I found a way to make money using Facebook. You got to see this. I can add you to a private Facebook group with over 1,000. We're not there yet. We want to get there soon. That you have to check out. It's really building up right now. I'm already experiencing success, or you can share your results, or you can share your why. And your friend get back, so, well, what's the business, or what's the Facebook group? Or sure, add me. Just say, just add them to the Facebook group and tag them pin them to a post and send them a private message. Don't get into Q&A with them before they watch the videos. Okay. And so you want to be careful. So that's a little bit of way that you can use the business script on what we're doing. Okay. Hey, I've connected you as a guest on the Life Activated Business Group. I tagged you in a couple videos that explain more about the comp plan, the system, and you can build your entire business from Facebook, and you can see the results that people are having. Okay, that's kind of a way that you can do this. Oh, you're my guest. I tag you as a guest on the Life Activated Business Group. So, okay, we are about running out of time here. Okay, so I was going to talk a little bit about how do we, let me stop that share. How do we actually do a post? But we're going to have to get into that next time. But folks, we have our hands on something, okay? You are all leaders by reason of the fact that you are on here now and you're willing to learn. Now, you've already got your homework. You got your 5 different things you're passionate about, and I want you to join the groups and then each day begin to post something, and then go down through different posts, begin to like and comment on them and add friends. Every day, get at least 5 new friends. Every day. 5 new friends. That's the key, okay? Now, that's really hard to do in your daily life, but online, you can do that, okay? That's with each group, just 1 more friend, and you can easily do 10. So every day, get 5 new friends, okay? Every day, invite 5 people in a private message. Hey, you want to join the group that I'm in, Life Activated Business? I found a way to make money on Facebook, and if not, that's okay, but I thought you might be interested. Or some sort of way, or it could be product oriented, and so, okay, that's it for tonight, okay? Sorry, I'm just getting going, but I'm pretty excited because it works. It can build your business, and if you feel stuck, do your daily method of operation every day. You can do what I just told you in about half an hour, okay? In about half an hour, you can have 3 people a day watching your video every day. Invite 5, and you can get 3, okay? So what I'd like you to do, okay, is put this into practice. And so thank you very much. I'm going to stop the recording now, and if anybody has questions,